One question that I usually get from my peer is, why do you hate reels so much? I hate reels. I do not like receiving reels. And if somebody sends me reels, what I usually do is that I absolutely ignore the message. Truly, I'm afraid of reels, and I think you should be afraid of reels too. Some while ago, I was having a study trip together with my students, and we went to a company called Neurons because we wanted to see how TikTok impacts our memory, our cognition, our ability to recall things. And here's what we've learned. First, we've learned that short video forms, like the ones that TikTok has, actually is causing a retention of over 50%. They have done a study where they've showed that people could actually remember ads that they've seen on TikTok even 2 weeks after they have watched those ads. Short form videos are extremely powerful in that they can teach you and you can learn very quickly if you watch them. But when you start going on reels, what actually happens is that besides the fact that you are learning very fast, what are you actually learning, right? Because you're going from one reel to another, completely different topics, completely different influencers, so you can't really control what you're learning. That's one thing. I do not want to learn what I do not want to learn. Second is that they can create addiction. The person that invented infinity loop, the one scroll that you have, for example, in the news feed where it doesn't stop. Do you remember at one point in time, the Facebook news feed would completely stop, but due to infinity loop, it never stops. It's the same with reels. You can endlessly scroll through reels without stopping. The person that invented infinity scroll has actually apologized to the world. Did you know that? Because it can actually lead to addictive patterns and behavior. I'm afraid to say that it creates direct addiction, but it does lead to addictive behavior. You want to see more and more, and you want to see it more often. So the second reason for why I hate reels is I do not want to have addictive behaviors. Third thing, they have done a study also at the same company in Neurons, which I love, where they showed that whenever you are on, for example, Instagram, your stress levels are going up. At the same time, you feel like you're not putting in a lot of effort because you're not fully engaging with what you're seeing. You're just casually looking through things. However, at the end of the scrolling session, you feel tired and exhausted. And you have spent your cognitive energy. So 3 things and 3 reasons for why I hate reels. I want to learn what I want to learn. I don't want to learn what the algorithm tells me that I should be learning. I'm afraid of having addictive behaviors, and I do not want to get tired. So I don't even get hooked on one single reel, even though sometimes my husband is really trying to get me hooked with very interesting reels, but I completely ignore them, and I invite you to do the same. I'm Alexandra Stana. I'm your guide to thriving in a hyper-digitalized world and to reclaim focus, freedom, and fulfillment. Subscribe and share our videos and help someone today.